let the people know that fraud is for some people. Now, as a town planner, what do you do? What's the that helps in this? Is the farm products will have to move. We still need to come to the market. An attitude of, if we do this, it's okay. There are other issues. There's what is called unintended effect. If we put this road here, how will the surrounding villages, how will it affect them? Encouraging disparity, even between the settlements. The settlement, what was done in the old, they call them together villages so that they can have fashion. I think as a town plan agriculture, you look at environment will be the effect.
Yes, have to understand the effect in their policy and project.
The contributions from the academia are always evidence-based because essentially, aside teaching, we carry out research and we do commit that for whatever the bureaucrats who expect for pipe problems, we also dimension such problems. At how wide, independently at times too, we do go about in being able to identify the areas of needs of the people because we do interact with them. We don't do this for suggestions or solutions, providing to bridge the gap in the tries to regional imbalances, these policies. And we do this through policy briefs.
For that beautiful insight. Okay, moving on, I think.
Targets. Let's take and see that the community, especially the grassroots, needs access to clean and drinkable water. So the regional development commissions could come through collaborating with organizations that have a direct access or communications with communities, especially NGOs. So from these collaborations, they could implement people-to-people projects. In this way, in this manner, it's led in the Ajegbe area. So it has integrating big engagement into some of these infrastructures. So in this way, we can tackle some of these climate stressors or the climate.
So I'll be this last question, Professor Noor. View, what would you say is the lighted development?
So, the regional development, our actions must be evidence-based. I'm looking at an integration, to use this word, but not of people, but of projects.
Okay, sir.
Across sectors like agriculture.
Okay, sir.
Which is one neglected economic activity in this country. And for regional developed people, and they produce. The wives don't have maternal.
Multi-sectoral approach it is. Thank you very much. Because of our time, we would have to be ending this section. But one thing is clear. We want to understand that Regional Development Commission are not just administrative roles. They are catalysts for inclusive growth in a more connected, equitable, and prosperous Nigeria. Thank you very much for
much round of applause for the wonderful contribution and conversation they have had. However, in addition, the agenda is Mr. Sulaiman Ahmed to give us a lesson and a closing remark in just a minute on this conversation. Please, kindly step forward. We are hitting into time, please. Just 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute.
I would like to sincerely appreciate our distinguished panelists for the wrapped and as it is, understanding the historical context of the regional cluster plans in every sector, and of course, very importantly, ensuring that multi-sectoral evidence-based approach are being taken into praise. My utmost gratitude to the Nigerian State of Town Planner today, to national development through
all those people who have come to make it lively and to contribute. Our professor, who is all are part of our native paper. Actually, I really enjoy it. Where is he? Okay. Goes to Professor Cyril Yersin Senyil, but here is ably presented by Professor Bashir, and I think I'll make that. I'm very pleased to. What's the okay? Okay. Let's do the certificate first. Well done. I enjoyed the paper actually. Yeah, well done. Let's have that. Well, you see, when you are always active, it's always agile. Still have another. Which one, huh? Okay. But it's good as an academician, insightful contribution. Town planner Abdul Fattah Hanafi, this is your congratulations. Ahmed Abdurrahman, that is another. Yeah.
Yes. Prof, sir. Prof, sir, we are finished. It's just the photograph they are taking.
Photograph is part of your time. Photograph is part of your time.
Noted, sir. Noted, sir.
This is, we are rounding up another one.
Lead this section of the program. A round of applause as he comes to the stage.
Thank you very much, our distinguished town planner colleague. Can you presentation on mentoring? Okay. There are members of the mentoring committee. I will kindly want to invite them to come to the high table. The uncle is the past president of NITP. They say Olutoyin, but I say Toyin. Olutoyin Ainde, please come to the high table. Dr. Idris Salako, please come to the high table. Please give them a round of applause. These people are sacrificing. The public has missed so much. Town planner Mwozi. Our special guest is the immediate past chairman of the mentoring committee. And
thank you very much, sir. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there's a bit of irony here because we're supposed to be having a mentorship program, and when we discuss mentorship, this room is not full of mentees. But if we hold that even mentors also have mentors, whatever we will discuss here might be of the mentorship program started in the, it was set up in the background that there was the need to pass the baton, and it's aimed, it's an attempt to ensure that the old generations die so that they can add value to it and produce better service. Hoping from where we are is supposed to be Bana Wahid Kadiri was the general, and the administration after mine mentoring. Never mind if Mentors will go and teach mentees what they hear. You know what they say in Yoruba about the domestic rat. The domestic rat telling the external rat what is happening. And in so doing, we'll get enough information. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Because whatever I have learned, I need to share my knowledge. Otherwise, I will be a miser and a stingy person. But I don't want to be a man to be doing. There is a planned succession, not just coming by chance. So we are not doing things by chance, but we have our destination. In order to make this discussion meaningful, if we agree on what is mentoring, can we go to the outline? The next one, when you come to the field, they are different. When I started work in Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, they brought me, I say, come and write minutes of the meet. I wrote the minutes, they said, this one is not good at all. I said, but I'm not taught how to write minutes in the university. No, come. If you want to write minutes, this is how you write. This is this, this is this. So you see, in a small way, he mentored me. And before I left, when I was a national secretary, I was a national secretary of NITP in 1990, and less criticisms, because I was mentored. Many of the old people are here, they will bear me out. So again, it's only this other issue that you do in career. If they prepare your mind, you know what is coming. It becomes much easier, and you are prepared, and you can do it. That is why when they say that is disaster, that is disaster. The chairman of the conference committee is an expert in disaster management. You come to their role model. When this man was president, he was like a bulldozer. And then there is career planning career for postdoctoral students. Process that nurtures overall growth beyond immediate tasks. It's not immediate tasks, it's issues that we agree to see how you can benefit from the experience of the older people so you become a better person. Two, it aims at long-term growth, because it's not mentoring, it's not today, we have met here, systematically, and co-experiences, or you can look at it another way. Consultancy job, this is not. So when I'll come with confidence looking at it. If somebody will tell you, you say no. I found that I'm satisfied. The knowledge and the experience I have, I've shared with other people. Just as I say, if somebody does not, some people have very big heart. They share their personal resources. It's the same thing with knowledge. They share the knowledge. I saw somebody yesterday bring in anybody who comes to the world without improving the world is a burden to the world. So ask yourself, have I contributed to other people to make things better for other people? I provide opportunities to lead meaningful interaction, so. They have stepped into my shoes. Satisfaction to you. I think I don't want to continue. I have advancing organizational skills. Responsibility of mentors. Can you? Yeah. So the responsibility of mentors is to offer guidance. They guide the people they ment. And then there is sharing experiences, provide those the structured. Let's go to the next slide, or lessons from APA and RTPI. I found out that all international organizations, they have mentoring program. America mentoring program. The structured mentoring matching. Effective mentoring begins with pairing mentors and mentees based on compatible skills and goals. Regular monitoring. For the institution, NITP, we have to regularly monitor how is the mentoring going on. And then how do we provide support? Key areas of mentoring and promoting ethical practice and guiding careers. If you are an elderly person, you are accomplished, please share your knowledge and experience with others so that you can guide other people. If you are in take young planners, the young they all know. When you have caravans who visit, who go to the desert, they always get guides because there is like water, mirage, and you go there and there is no water. So some people die in the desert. So that is why in the desert you get guide, somebody who. So I hope we'll be able to make impact so that we can share whatever knowledge we have with others and we can create better people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Are usually not solemn enough. When somebody is delivering his lecture, it becomes difficult to be able to mentor a mentee, because part of mentoring is giving. One of the reasons why the idea of mentorship came is on the condition that it is not your own experience. Do you need to drive a car to have an accident? You have the experience of accident? No. But if somebody else has had that accident, that is the experience for you. So, wherever you want to get to, suffer your own experience. When they have already suffered it, and you can just ride on their shoulders. That is the essence of what we are talking about. So I'm going to invite Dr. Salako to share his views. Don't let it be much. This program is 1 hour. I think we started behind schedule, but we are not going to end behind schedule. So we have to. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to share experience. Thank you.
Let me stand on the already established protocol. I have 5 minutes, and I'll try as much as possible not to discuss what we don't know thought it necessary to have a mentoring program. And I want to ask some questions before I actually go into my speech. And because I was asked by the coordinator of this program that can I speak on what mentoring is not. So, and I also want to make this discussion a little bit interactive. If we are to look at what mentoring is not, I think we should do it together. Over the mentoring committee at the state chapters developed this program to support these are expected to form a powerful, they are determine a mentor, that person as your mentor. So how do you select? Or is it organic? In that boss of yours, that professional colleague of yours, and you gravitate towards him. To some of us, it's a deliberate selection. And the mentor sees a mentee, you are doesn't mean as ill and giving the respect, the mutual respect that is expected of you as a mentor to that mentee. As a mentor, you are expected to are you doing? And many of us do tracks ourselves before we go is each and every one of us here who are mentors, who are supposed to be mentors, are we giving back to the system that brought us up, that gave us the opportunity? So while we are leaving this stage today, I want each and every one of us to pick at it.
Program was introduced in the 2020-2022 administration. So I just want him to share from his experience of the Moshood areas that and thought I could discharge. And of course, somebody, I'm Bernard Tebide. Thank you for giving me the second task.
let me also appreciate in this hall, she's an active member of that committee. Professor Guse is not here, but there's one person that could say, is she here? Bumi, I saw somewhere, and I saw the way, what I said, I have a responsibility I want to give you. I'm the chairman of the mentoring committee at one. No, you have to do it. So that brings, how do you share? Recognize people. Let's also appreciate them. You've shown appreciation, Tamplana Yari. I'm very, very pleased with this. It's not about I was the past, but you say, come up and be a special guest. That serves in any committee. There must be a show of appreciation. We are not talking about award. Between pullers, the chance to pick, you will feel, and if we can. It should not be an appendage to a conference. 45 minutes. What do you want to talk about? Let's make it a full day affair for mentees to be mentored. And the boys, they don't. I may not have the patient, but I know how to do it. But I may not be able to do it. That's reverse mentoring. Thank you so much for the opportunity. She will know that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. You only spent 3 minutes in jury time. We could do it in 8 minutes. First is that this is an introductory setting. Earlier, coordinate some phone number volunteer as mentors. We feel them, though when someone or the person is wicked, but that's what principles are all about. Why do we call some countries peoples? When you break, you will be talking to a computer. You're not talking to a human being. It's a principle. So the fear of fines will be the beginning of wisdom. So a mentor is someone who will live by principle. Because somebody was going to preach to me, I said, I've seen it. So a mentor, you know, things so. There are things you pick. I have financial mentor, I have professional mentor, I have religious mentor. That's how I pick them. So my professional, my boss in my office, where I cut my work. Then we start building a house. Then the staff will be saying, so what's in this for me? You have no office. I'll be my own boss. Because they were in politicianal, that job be the undertaker of their.
Another one, because our expectation. To assure you, we'll try as much as we will at the next conference. We have better time between mentors and the mentees and see how we can develop. Thank you very much. Can we sit down for the Thank you very much. Can we sit down for the presentation? Looking fine. It's fine. So can we put the presentation? This This presentation is from, can we sit down? Can we sit down now? Yeah. Elders, can we sit down, please? Our respected chief, please, can you sit down? Please, can you sit down? I'll not, but the top rate practices, they will have town planners revision council top rate guided. Once you pay your fees, you pay your top rate fees, you pay your NITP fees, you are up to date. You will go and pay temporary passwords. Once it gives you that temporary password, you create your own your password on you. Once the license come your password on you. Once the license come out, you print, and the license had code. So if you are a consultancy firm, you are a practice firm, you are import NITP. The other benefit is that TopRec is updating. One of the rules gives that the will be clear.
To the mic there, sir. You sit here.
Because I remember when we were doing something, somebody asked difficult questions for me. I was scratching my head. Okay, let's indicate how many. Fine. We'll start with the past president. We'll take all the 4 questions and we'll answer. Is Dabo around? Please come up here so you can help me answer some of these questions.
Enforcement. Now, if somebody is in default, what are the enforcement measures? Because for practice license, how is it going to affect me? Because that is why people will just go and sleep. I mean, that is to say that the...
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's what they said. I was, okay.
To November. Then, like me, I've already registered, but I'm not going to be around because I am traveling for the international conference. This criteria, this removed out of it. Thank you.
Okay. And and I was